Good morning, everybody. This is Unit 3, Lesson 3, Associations in Categorical Data. Today we're going to be looking at just a quick lesson to see if we can see some associations when looking at tables. Okay, you shouldn't need any tech today other than just the Desmos activity, and so hopefully after we explain this, you should have a good understanding of the topic. Just as a reminder, guys, if you click the Need Math Help document, that's going to show you the link to the Student Success Center Zoom from 4 to 5 and the Math Help Zoom from 8 to 9, Sunday through Thursday. Okay, let's just jump right in. 3.1, we're talking about cake or pie, and is there describe the interpretation of the percentage in terms of the situation. Okay, guys, and so we get 10% from 10 over 100, which gives you a 0.1. So just remember that they sampled 300 people, and so when we see this 10 out of 100, what that means is that 10% of the people who preferred cake are left-handed. See, we have the 10 here out of the total, which is 100. So 10% of the people who prefer cake are left-handed. Okay, next one that we have here, 67%, which is 180 out of 270. Okay, and so when we see here, we see these two numbers here, the 180 and the 270. So out of the 270 right-handed people, 180 of them prefer pie. Okay, simple enough. Number 3, this is here, interpretation again, 30%, and that's 90 over 300. So out of the 300 person sample, okay, 30% or 90 of them were right-handed and preferred cake. Okay, because we can see here, here's the 90. And so don't get confused and see the 30 here and think that's what it is, but it's the 90 here. Hey, this 90, that is preferred cake and we're right-handed. Okay, new one here. So now we have a two-way table. It's displaying 55 different locations and the possible chemicals that may influence the health of the coral. They first look at how nitrate concentration might be related to the coral health. This table displays the health of the coral, healthy or unhealthy, and the nitrate concentration either low or high. When there is a low nitrate concentration, which had a higher relative frequency, healthy or unhealthy? And so we look here, and what that's saying is, guys, which one has a higher frequency of happen? What's more likely to happen? Well, you're more likely to have healthy coral with low nitrates because you can see out of 28 of them, 20 are healthy. So that is the majority of them. So that is what the answer would be there, is healthy. And 5, when there's a high concentration, which has a higher relative frequency of healthy or unhealthy coral, it would be unhealthy now because we do see here 22 compared to 25, or 5 of them are unhealthy when there is a high nitrate concentration. And so based on this data, is there a possible association between the coral health and the levels of nitrate? And you would say yes, because 20 with low nitrate are healthy. Okay, so that's 20 out of 25, so 4/5. And then you look here with the unhealthy, you're looking at somewhere between, really a little over 70% is going to be unhealthy, okay? Healthy as 22 out of 30 are unhealthy when there is a high nitrate concentration. So basically, guys, you're just looking at it and just saying, hey, is there a relationship between these? And you should be able to see. And so, for example, here, based on this data, is there a possible association between the coral health and the level of silicone? And so now, guys, we see here 44.56, 46.54. There is not much differentiation, and it'd be no. There is not an association because there is minimal difference. Okay, slide 8. Jada surveyed 300 people from various age groups about their shoe preferences. The two-way table summarizes the results of the survey. Jada concludes that there is a possible association between age and shoe preferences. Is Jada's conclusion reasonable? Okay. For me, I'm looking at this. I would say yes. Yes, because if you have the 4 to 10, what do they prefer? They prefer sneakers without laces. It's pretty evident. Out of 36, 21 of them preferred sneakers without laces. On that 11 to 17, it's not as prevalent, but you can definitely see they want with laces. Okay, they definitely don't want without laces, 48 to 21. And then that 18 to 24 guys, they don't even want sneakers. Okay, that's where they're at. So they're basically even just saying, hey, we would prefer you just give us a different shoe without sneakers and doing that. And so you can definitely see here, based on the age, there is a discrepancy or an association between their age and what they prefer to wear. Okay, slide 9. Is there a possible association between dominant hand and writing utensil preferences? Okay, I would say yes. Just because maybe not with left-handed, you can see it's only 7 and 6, but definitely yes with right-handed individuals, because they prefer pen. You can definitely tell 82 out of 87 people preferred to use the pen. Okay. Guys, so here is a table, and it's out of 33 students. So what two values could you use to complete the two-way table shown that there is an association between returning to playing in less than 2 days and the treatment, ice or cold, or ice or heat, I'm sorry. And so here is basically, guys, that table there. Now the total that we have total here is 33. And so we already have this, guys. So this has to be a total of 21. Really, you can pick anything. We want there to show that there is an association. So we'd probably maybe say like 7 and 21. Okay, because so here would be 15. This would be 25. And so that would show an association because 8 out of 12 is not that, is a pretty good, that's 2/3 of the people with ice, and then vice versa here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. This should be a 14. You're looking here, guys. 67% would have heat. It's more than 2 days. There is an association then if you're using heat or not. And so that's what you could say is maybe we said, 7 there and 4 there, or 14 there. Now, what the two values could you use to complete the two-way table to show that there is no association between returning to play in less than 2 days and the treatment? All right, so now, for me, I'm gonna go this 14 and 7 because you see here the ratio here is 2 to 1 as far as the people that bounce back in less than 2 days compared to those who bounce back more. So I'm gonna go 2 to 1 because now I'm 14 and 7. And then it would be 21 as well. So again, we have a ratio of 2 to 1 there. So you're going to keep kind of that same ratio to show, hey, there really is no association between heat and ice when it comes to recovery. Which ones are easier to choose? The values showing an association or the values showing no association? For me, guys, we could have really picked anything here that we wanted to add it up to 21 to show an association, just as long as we didn't choose something that had the same ratio as ice, that 2 to 1 ratio. So anything but 14 and 7, and we really, would have been able to choose something that would have had an association. Let's skip the own variables and let's go at the end. So the table summarizes data about the median debt for graduating students from a sample of universities in California and New Mexico. Is there association between the state and the amount of median debt for graduates? Explain your reasoning, all right? And guys, really, when we look at this, there really is no association between the amount of the median debt and the size of the school. They're both about 77 to 79%. And so we'll say there's no and not enough discrepancies. I totally misspelled that, but we're going to go with it. Not enough discrepancies between the two states, which is California and New York. Okay, if there was a discrepancy, where they're hovering right around that 70 to 80% have median debt that's at least 9,000. If they had come back differently, then there would be an association between the state and how much people owe. But since they're similar, there's really no association. Okay, guys, that is it in a nutshell for 3.3. Again, if you're having trouble, please reach out. But other than that, make sure you're doing your classwork and you're using your 2 temps. So, all right, have a great day.